there YouTube, XtremeTrainz here, and in front of me you can see the first item we're going to be reviewing for 2020, which is the Thomas Wood Thomas and the Chinese Dragon set, which is one of the new for late 2019 fully painted Thomas Wood toy items. As a quick side note, welcome to 2020 everyone. I hope you enjoyed my previous Tomix Adventures video. Part 2 of that is all scripted. I just haven't had a chance to film it because I wanted to buy a little bit more track to go with that. Unfortunately, if you watch my community tab, I actually bought some new coaches to go with that story, which unfortunately did not fit on the tracks that I have. So I had to rewrite the story in order to accommodate for that, which is why the second part has been delayed, but don't worry, it's coming very soon. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, because it's a YouTube Kids video, and even though I think you guys can still comment on it, I can't reply to your comments on there because it doesn't show comments for me. Thank you very much. If you want to get in touch with me in other ways, you definitely can. But otherwise, that's all the intro into this video. Let's hit it and do this review. Alright, so really quickly, we're going to take a quick look at the packaging. As you can see, dragon legs fold. Thomas and the Chinese Dragon. Woo, woo, real wood, blah, 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 all the normal stuff. Have a quick look at the blurb. So this is kind of interesting, and I have actually seen this episode, so it's good to see that they've started to base things on episodes again, although obviously, you could actually have that episode in, I think it was season 3 with the Chinese Dragon originally, but look, sure, let's make it, it makes sense to not reference the episode from like 30 years ago, but instead the one from now. So that makes the most sense. That seems like a very normal bio. Good to see. All right, let's crack them open. All right, so this is what you get in the packaging. As you can see, we'll start here with Thomas. So you can see here, this is the specially editioned New Year Thomas, which is interesting. Interesting because on the bottom here it says New Year, even though it's a Chinese New Year. But all right, sure. Nice detailing with the lanterns on the side. That's cool. And he's just got this little bit of extra paint on the top here, which is like, I assume some kind of, extra detailing. Not super sure if that pattern means anything. If anyone knows anything particularly about the Chinese New Year celebrations, maybe they can tell me. And then the same on the other side with the lamps. You can see this is a fully painted Thomas Wood. And if you guys have been following my channel, I actually think the Thomas looks pretty good. And the newly, fully painted Thomas Wood 2019, version actually looks quite nice. As you can see, I still have my unpainted version on the back now. But yeah, looks really nice. That's just a nice Thomas. It would have been cool maybe to get him with a different face. I know, good friend of mine, YouTube Leak and Video, always talks about the fact they use the same face. I'm just glad that I think the Thomas face they use for Thomas Wood is a million times better than the Thomas face they use for the Thomas Motorized, as it's been called this year. This is a really nice Thomas face. It's a really nice CGI Thomas face. I think the Trackmaster one looks garbage, and they really need to fix it. Just like the background one for the HO still looks like garbage. But yep, so that's that on the bottom there. And then we come to the potentially more interesting part of this set, which is this here, which is the wagons, or the wagon singular, I should say. So interestingly, even though this is 2019 fully painted Thomas Wood, this wagon is not painted. I was kind of expecting and hoping it to be painted yellow, but it's not. If we just take the dragon out for a second, it's just that same kind of truck they've been using throughout Thomas Wood, the new version. That little hollowed out bit. Yeah, disappointing. I thought it was going to be painted yellow. I think it would have been much nicer if it was painted yellow. This detailing is cool. But yeah, I think it should have been fully painted. This is the new Thomas Wood. It's weird, I think it's weird that it isn't painted, but I don't think it looks too bad. No, actually it does look weird, hey. I was gonna say, it doesn't look too bad when the dragon's in there that it's unpainted, which I guess is what they were going for. I didn't realize it wasn't unpainted. It was unpainted until literally just now, having got it out of the package. But yeah, that is unfortunate. As you can see, you get the dragon cargo cover on the bottom. You got the red wheels, the black underbody, which I guess is painted, so that's something. In terms of the dragon, this is a totally plastic piece. So you can see, yes, the legs do fold down. And what's... I mean, I guess it makes sense that these kind of Chinese dragons, like, people are inside of them. So it makes sense that they've got people feet, but this dragon, like, it literally has the feet from like the Fat Controller and stuff. They all have the same kind of legs. It's those legs that they've reused here in yellow, which I mean, it does make sense, but once you kind of realize they're people feet, it's kind of a bit funny. The detailing of this dragon is fine. It's obviously quite comical. This isn't, I don't think, super accurate to what a real Chinese dragon would look like. I think the previous wooden railway Chinese dragon set had a far more accurate looking dragon. This one's very cartoonish, very toyish. I think it fits in with the figurines they've got in this line and the other animals, which are very, very toyish, very cartoonish. But I think it doesn't necessarily match the kind of more seriousness of the wood engines, if that makes sense. But yeah, it is what it is. It's all plastic. It's not really, there's a little bit, writing in there, but it's very interesting. And again, those legs are separately articulated, so they can do this, and they just fold down and it just sits in the truck like that. I think the way you're gonna want to display this is probably in the truck, but I still think it kind of looks a bit like an alligator. For some reason, I get really strong crocodile/alligator vibes from this when it's in the truck, and I think that's because again the truck, it's kind of like, looks to me like it's like swimming through the water and it's like chomp 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 chomp, rather than being a dragon being transported on the car, or the cargo car. But that is just me. Again, you can, oops, I've got them the wrong way around, so he's gonna be backwards now. Whoopsies. You can see that's what he looks like now. We're just gonna do a quick shot of the engine moving. As you can see, that's what he looks like there. Again, it's the standard stuff. So this is your standard Thomas, or well, the unpainted version, but you can see that's the difference in the detailing. And again, this is just the same truck we've had all the way through the line. So that is that set. All right, so what do I think of this set? Look, I think as far as theme packs go, this was one of the ones that makes more sense based on an episode, and not just one episode, actually, in fact, a couple of episodes. So I think it's fine. I think what you get is fine. I would have liked a little bit more exciting stuff on the Thomas. And I think the dragon is just, it is what it is. It's very cartoonish. I think if you are a kid, or if you like the kind of cartoonish vibe they've got going on with Thomas Wood, you'll find this to be pretty adequate, even if I think, the lack of paint on the actual truck is a bit disappointing. But if you're a bit like me and you kind of don't really like the style of the new figurines, you'll probably think it looks a bit silly. So it's kind of a mileage may vary situation. Given I have not seen these appear in physical stores anywhere, I did buy this through Amazon Australia, and it cost me $17.51. Yep, classic Amazon weird pricing. And I did get free shipping for that because I'm an Amazon Prime member. So for what I paid for this, do I think this is value? Look, it's value in terms of compared to other Thomas Wood stuff online. For example, the individual engines, like, Diesel 10, who I've also purchased the painted version Diesel 10 to do a comparison with him. The painted version Diesel 10 cost me $9.58 or thereabouts. I think it was something really specific, just under $10. So given you're really getting, two small engines, in inverted commas, obviously, and they cost about $9 each, getting two for $17 is reasonable. You don't get a discount for getting together, really, but you also aren't paying an inflated price for the fact that one of them is a special edition you can't get anywhere else, and obviously then Thomas has got a special print on him. So I think, if they're going to start selling the Thomas Wood engines for $9, which I think is actually pretty good. It used to be about $12 to $15 for a Thomas Wooden Railway small engine, and about $22 to $25 for a Thomas Wooden Railway large engine. So I think, given that this is obviously cheaper to make, which is why Mattel did it in the first place, I think if they're going to sell these small engines for, say, $10, let's round it up, $10, and they're going to charge these two packs for $20, I think that's probably acceptable. It's just a bit awkward when you think about you can get Trackmaster stuff for pretty cheap too, and it's like motorized, so shrug Rex. Anyway, that's all I've got time for in this video, and that's that. So please leave your comments below. This video should hopefully not be marked for kids, because it is not for kids. It is an educational review, so you know what to buy yourself or for your children. So hopefully this should be fine and still have comments. Also, I have started using my phone to record videos as of the recording of this video. This is the first video I've done that. So I would love to know feedback on the video quality and the audio quality too, just because I'm trying something different. My old camera is about 8 years old now and it's starting to die. So rather than getting a new camera, I thought, modern day technology is so good. Potentially I could use that instead. So let me know your thoughts on that. Don't do those cool things you do on YouTube. Make sure you keep coming back and checking my channel, because if these videos do get marked for kids, you'll have to come and check them yourself. But otherwise, that's all I've got time for. Thanks for watching. This is XtremeTrainz.